newest crop of Lafayette police recruits continues to learn what it will take to be good officers. We continue to follow 3 officers with the Lafayette Police Department as they work their way through an exhaustive training process. This week, they're learning defensive tactics. News 18's Brittany Tyner was there as they had to defend themselves with ground fighting. Brittany?
Dan, last week we were with them at the shooting range for firearms training. This week we were at the mats for tactical training. The new officers say while it's physically challenging, these skills may play a crucial role when they're on duty.
Stop resisting!
There you go, use your technique.
This is what defensive tactics training looks like for the Lafayette Police Department.
Roll him over, get him into handcuffing.
You may remember Officers Brian Straw, Samuel Gawalik, and Mason Jones were sworn in last month. They are currently working their way through an extensive training process. This week, they were trained on ground fighting, which includes takedowns and handcuffing skills.
The past 2 days has been basically exhausting ourselves, knowing our limits, testing our limits, and fighting to where our gas tank is empty and we still have to fight, in situations where maybe for our lives.
In this video, the new officers are working on a drill called Man in the Middle. They're in full gear, just as they would be while on duty.
We know how difficult it is if we were ever on the ground and our gear is stuck in the mud. We may not have access to it, so it may be completely reliant on our physical abilities, our tactics, our strategies.
In using these skills is something veteran Sergeant Michael Brown can attest to. He says resisting law enforcement is a relatively common offense.
And many times we have a portion of our population that wants to fight with the police, and so we have to train our officers, and none of us instructors here believe that 2 days is going to make anybody an expert, but it definitely develops a basic, the groundworks.
And they're building from the ground up.
Good job, time.
Officer Mason Jones has already attended the police academy. The other 2 will head there in July. They won't start patrolling for another year. We will continue to follow them throughout the training process. Brittany Tyner, News 18.